We will now have greetings from our college community, beginning with Mrs. Alexis Branch, SGA President, who is representing the Board of Trustees, and Trustee Charles Coote, who had a family emergency this morning. Mrs. Branch is also a trustee. Following Ms. Trustee, we will have greetings from the United Methodist Church, our faculty and staff, the alumni, and our student leaders. The greetings will be followed by a performance of Bennett's choir featuring senior Constance Staley and our Spirit of David Dance Ministry.
Good morning. To members of Bennett College Board of Trustees, the Honorable Latrice Hinton, our keynote speaker, President Phyllis Worthy-Dawkins, Provost Michelle Linster, members of the faculty, staff, students, alumni, and our guests. Good morning, welcome home, and welcome to Bennett College. The members of the Board of Trustees are excited to join the celebration of the anniversary of Bennett College's chartering as the four-year college by the North Carolina Legislature 130 years ago. Today, we honor the founders of Bennett College, who fearlessly established this private liberal arts college to train newly freed slaves as teachers, holding its first classes in Warnersville Methodist Episcopal Church, or as we know it, St. Matthew's United Methodist Church. The custodians who brought property on East Washington Street in 1875 and completed Bennett's first campus building 2 years later. The visionaries who led the charge to charter Bennett as a four-year institution in 1889, and the innovators who championed the very radical idea that women would be educated to think, to achieve, to lead. Bennett's work is vital. She prepares women for leadership and service. She wraps her history into her very relevant present. She connects her students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the Greensboro community. Today, we celebrate and honor those with the audacity to love, lift, and lead. It is also a day of reflection upon a rich history and a gleaming present as we face an awesome future. Thank you all.
Mrs. Jean Carter is unable to be with us today. She is ill and asked me to share her remarks. My name is Jean Carter. I'm a member of Christ United Methodist Church here in Greensboro. I bring you greetings this morning from the United Methodist Church in the Western North Carolina Conference and the United Methodist Women's Organization in the Northern Piedmont District. I am the Vice President of that district organization, which encompasses over 140 churches. I am also the wife of a retired Methodist minister who for 40 years served our conference churches. In addition, he was a member of your Board of Trustees here at Bennett for 6 years before he retired. What has impressed me over the years with the United Methodist Church is that we are a connectional church. The connection between the church and Bennett has been a long-standing tradition. We offer to Bennett as a United Methodist Church-related institution, or we refer to Bennett as a United Methodist-related institution. Our other institutions include High Point University, Greensboro College, Pfeiffer University, and Brevard College. This means that it is the local churches that support and provide funds through our apportionment process and through special offerings, which happened recently for Bennett. These apportionment funds are special offerings are used to pay the church's expenses and for distribution to our church-related institutions. In return, the church asks the institutions to provide a moral grounding to their students and encourage public service and responsible civic action. When High Point University donated $1 million recently to Bennett College, President Nito Purvey referred to the fact that both High Point and Bennett have their roots in the United Methodist Church. He also said that the gift from High Point University was inspired by the words of Martin Luther King Jr. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be. This is the interrelated structure of reality. I will share with you something from the United Methodist Women. Once a year, annually, in October, we come to Bennett for a day of service called Ubuntu. This is a Zulu phrase that can be translated, I am human because you are human. It recognizes each human being as a part of a community. It moves us from action on behalf of our neighbors. Ubuntu is a celebration of being in community with people as a mission. United Methodist Women is also a connectional ministry to Bennett College. We are here on your campus annually, usually 3 times a year. We are sponsoring a social action event this Saturday on maternal health in the Global Learning Center. The event begins at 9 a.m. and there is no cost. On Saturday, April the 13th, there is a Bennett College Scholarship Fundraiser luncheon. I want to congratulate you on your 130th year of being chartered as a 4-year college by the state of North Carolina. I hope that you will also join us at the United Methodist Women's Day, the 150th birthday celebration this Saturday. Thank you for inviting me here today, and may you be blessed in all that you give, all that you do, and in all the connections that you make. Thank you.
Good morning. First, give an honor and glory to God. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you on this distinctive day. To Madam President, the Board of Trustees, senior administration, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and the current and future alumni of Bennett College. I bring you Charter Day salutations on behalf of the dedicated faculty and staff here at Bennett College. Let us return for just a moment to 1873. The first American postcard was developed. Susan B. Anthony was continuing to fight for women's suffrage, and Bennett College was born. Then in 1926, Route 66 was commissioned, eventually crossing 8 states and 3 time zones. Historian Carter G. Woodson announced the second week of February will be Negro History Week, but we now refer to as Black History Month. And the institution, Bennett College, that we love today, was personified as a woman. For more than a century, she has fostered morally grounded growth, intellectual honesty, community service, and responsible civic action. In order to truly develop in the present and be successful in the future, one must know their past. Her past is one of trials, tribulations, determination, and many, many celebrations. Let us remember on this Charter Day that our roles as faculty and staff, and all of those touched by her splendor and grace, is to continue to motivate, encourage, and inspire women to strive towards their utmost and full potential. May I leave you with this statement to reflect upon our history. I am because we are because I am. Thank you.
Good morning. President Dawkins, trustees, faculty, staff, students, and friends of Bennett. I bring you greetings from our National Alumni Association President, Mr. Gwendolyn McElweiss, and from over all of the 7,000 graduates of Bennett College, whom we call alums. Reflecting on the Charter Day theme, I would be remiss not to reflect and be grateful for those who had the vision and notion of Bennett College, and for those that continue the vital work to educate and prepare women for service and leadership. Because to educate women is to forge the future, and that is what Bennett College has done and continues to do. Bennett women, we are women of service, leadership, and achievement. We all love Bennett, and we all want to see her to continue to build her historic legacy. Therefore, as we continue to prepare young women to serve, to lead with determination and integrity and purpose, let's show the world that the radical idea that women could and would be educated is vital today, tomorrow, and for future years to come. With all of us working together, we can and will build a better Bennett. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning, faculty, staff, and students. My name is Felicia Angela Park, and I'm a computer science, computer engineering double major from Georgetown, Maryland. I'm excited about Charter Day because on this special occasion, we celebrate many years of Black women excellence. This is our 130th Charter Day, and hopefully we can look forward to 131. On this day in 1889, Bennett College was chartered as a four-year college by the state of North Carolina. Since then, the Bells have been an incredible representation of determination, perseverance, and pure grace. In light of Consent Week, Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." So Bells, I charge you to take charge of your emotions and not listen to the hate. We often see quotes like "the future is female," but the truth is the future is a Black female. The future is the Black girl you are now and the Black woman that you will matriculate into. Charter Day is a day to reflect. It's a day to celebrate small and large victories. It's a day to be thankful. It's a day to feel loved. It's a day to honor your institution and appreciate it for what it is and what it is capable of becoming. I want to thank the freshman class, shout out to y'all, and the freshman class e-board members, especially for their constant support and hard work. My e-board has had a turbulent year, but here we still stand. We're all amazing representations of the new generation of dreamers, thinkers, and achievers. And like the baby said, young CEOs. Demetrius Harmon has been saying that you matter for years, and I hope that you believe him. Charter Day is a day of reflection, so let's reflect on the fact that Bennett College has raised $9.7 million in a matter of days. But Bells, especially the Bells of the class of 2022, know that you were a huge part of that. You went hard for your institution and defended yourselves against internet trolls and just plain ignorant people. You're the strong women I got to share my first year of college with. You're the women of today and tomorrow. I want to leave you with a quote. Taylor, tell me to tell y'all, who run the world first? It's a little headed. Thank you.
Good morning. Greetings, President Ashley Robinson, a soul who will overcome anything. St. Matthew's United for you to understand its divine right now. Bennett does. We are the fearless, the visionaries, the pioneers, the trailblazers, the legendary, and the vigilant. We must not forget who we are and who we must continue to be in times of trouble, and your tears will not be in vain.
Now back to our today's speaker, Judge Bennett College and the North Carolina School of Government. Currently, she serves as a state bar counselor, following 9 years as a North Carolina resident judge, a Superior Court judge, and 13 years as a Guilford County District Court judge. She served the legal profession as a board member and as secretary of the North Carolina Conference of Superior Court Judges, and as a board member and vice president of the North Carolina Association of Black Lawyers, among other ways. Judge Bennett is active with the Rotary International Greensboro Club and the Links Incorporated. She's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated and serves on North Carolina A&T State University's Board of Visitors. She has served in various leadership roles in the past, including president of Junior League of Greensboro, chair of both the United Arts Council of Greensboro and Youth Services Bureau of Greensboro, and as a Board of Trustee member of Moses Cone Memorial Hospital, just to name a few. She and colleagues George Dixon and Iris Spencer played a significant role in organizing women in Greensboro to donate to Bennett College during our Stand With Bennett campaign. Most importantly, Judge Bennett is a native and resident of Greensboro. She is a Christian, and she enjoys travel, collegiate and professional sports, old movies, we have that in common, reading and spending time with family and friends. Please join me in giving a warm Bennett College welcome to Judge Patrice A. Bennett as she comes to address us and to tell her mom's Bennett College story.
What an honor to be with you today. In fact, this is quite humbling considering the significance of the day. Also because you have chosen to honor my mother. I can only imagine we have some other family members here in spirit, namely her peers, now deceased, Cousin Lucille Bennett Lowe, Cousin Nettie Jones Bennett, sister-in-law Dorothy Bennett, sister-in-law Fannie Lee Bennett, all alumni, as well as Cousin Vivian Ayers, who transferred to Howard University, Sister Elizabeth Barnett Harris, who transferred to West Virginia State University. Plus, her grandchildren attended Children's House and Summer Math and Science Camp for high school students, followed by the great-grand at the Children's House. So that's 4 generations that have passed through the doors and gates of this camp. The best I can do is to tell you that I attended a summer camp for reading while in high school, and I chaired the UNCF fundraiser under President Gloria Scott, trying to live down going away to Selma, the college, and still trying to make up for that. So with all of the Captain Obvious aliases in the house, today this family not only values education, but believes in this college as a place where a young colored girl, as we would say back in the day, would be accepted for herself, valued as a teachable student, and nurtured as a female who would be extraordinary, respected, and phenomenal. But why Bennett? Reorganized
as a college for women in 1926, it was a mere single generation of having the doors open when Mother enrolled, though it was 50 years before the leaders got it right and made it a single-gender institution. Bennett has long held out the intention to prepare women through a liberal arts education, basically to be the God version of herself. But let's not forget that Bennett was founded by an activist in the late 19th century who championed the cause of racial equality, high school and college educational opportunities. Same number 10. The professor, reddening with rage, decided to take revenge on the next test paper. No vengeance is mine, said the Lord. I'm not trying to do it for yourself. But Gandhi responded brilliantly to all questions. The professor, unhappy and frustrated, asked him the following question: Mr. Gandhi, if you were walking down the street, the one with the money.